G'day, it's Mark and welcome back to the channel. And in today's episode in our Chrysler Valiant series, and if you haven't checked out the first episode on the R series, make sure you do that. But today we're talking about the second model, the Chrysler Valiant S. The Chrysler Valiant S series, or SV1, was produced from March 1962 to April 1963. And it was produced at the Mile End Assembly Plant in South Australia. The S-Series replaced the highly successful but short-lived R-Series Valiant. In fact, the S-Series was released just 10 weeks after the production of the R-Series. Like the R-Series, the S-Series was ostensibly an Australian-produced version of the American Valiant, which had also undergone a series of styling changes that reflected in the S-Series model. Changes included a revised radiator grille treatment with the name Valiant at the top, and the boot lid no longer had the non-functional spare tyre moulding, which was called the toilet seat by some people in the US, not very complimentary, but that was deleted for the S-Series. Also, the taillights now sat below the fins and were round in appearance versus being ovaloid or an ellipse shape within the fin on the R-Series design. From a mechanical point of view, the changes included larger brakes, increased fuel tank capacity, and a corrosion-resistant exhaust muffler. A steering column-mounted gear shift replaced the floor-mounted shifter. However, cars fitted with the automatic transmission option retained Chrysler's famous push-button controls. The S-Series was available in sedan only, and there were two models. The SV1-2, which was the manual sedan, and the SV1-4, which was the automatic sedan. Like the R-Series, the car continued to be marketed as the Valiant by Chrysler as opposed to the Chrysler Valiant. The engine continued to be the 225 cubic inch or 3.7 litre six-cylinder engine, the Slant 6. The Valiant was now facing stiffer competition with the new Holden EJ model, which was also available in sedan or station wagon, plus a range of commercial variants. And this certainly set an advantage for Holden in terms of volume. And also the XL Falcon, which was an updated version of the XK. And again, this was available in sedan and wagon, as well as a range of commercial variants. So again, the main competitors to Chrysler were offering a broader range of models to build out the volume opportunities for those companies. It's also worth noting that Holden offered a more upmarket Premier model, as did Ford with the Futura. So this showed the evolving nature of the Australian market in terms of offerings to the Australian public, with a wide range of body styles, but also trim levels as well. As per the Holden and the Falcon competition, the Valiant used a unitised body construction, but where the car differed was it also offered, per the R-Series, the torsion bar suspension, which really did aid in improving its handling capabilities over its competitors. Plus, it still maintained that power advantage with the 225 cubic inch Slant 6. The car also continued the use where it innovated with the release of the alternator instead of a generator. So it was able to charge the battery even at idle, as opposed to when the vehicle was only in motion, like many of its competitors. The S-Series Valiant also boasted the largest boot space or luggage capacity of the big three, so compared to the Falcon and the Holden, with 24.9 cubic feet of luggage capacity. Chrysler also boasted that it had the perfect protection in the form of 14-inch safety rim wheels, which provided protection in the case of a blowout, another Chrysler exclusive. Dual headlights were another advantage over the Ford and the Holden, and major chassis lubrication was required only every 32,000 miles or 2 years. Dimensions remained similar to the R-Series Valiant, with a 106.5-inch wheelbase, overall length at 184.2 inches, Overall width 70.4 inches and height 55 inches. The 225 cubic inch slant 6 had 145 brake horsepower at 4,000 revs, and maximum torque was 215 foot-pounds at 2,800 revs. The brake system was also improved with a new dual servo. From an equipment point of view, the car had adjustable ventilation in the front quarter windows, similar to the other competitors, ashtrays for front and rear passengers, 2 adjustable sun visors, one with a vanity mirror, armrests on all doors, reversing lights, cigar lighter, flashing turn signal lights with indicator light on the instrument panel, dome lamp operated by the headlight switch, and door courtesy switches. Car also had dual horns and an instrument panel with speedometer, odometer, fuel gauge and water temperature gauge, as well as ammeter and oil pressure indicator lights. There were a range of options, and these included power brakes, push-button radio, a radio rear shelf speaker, a foot-operated windscreen washer, exterior rear view mirror, luggage compartment lamp, heater, demister, a day-night interior mirror, wheel trim rings, exterior sun visor, locking fuel cap, rear windowed Venetian blind, door weather shield and safety belts. The car had a 12-month or 10,000-mile warranty. It's fair to say, though, that despite launching with a very competitive vehicle in the R Series and with the S Series, the market was changing quite rapidly. And Ford and Holden were really responding very strongly to the threat from Chrysler. And while the Valiant may have still had a power advantage, I think the styling was starting to date a little bit. You know, the new EJ and the XL Falcons, I feel, were more contemporary in their design in terms of where the early to mid-60s styling themes were going. They obviously had a much larger range of vehicles, as I mentioned earlier, with wagons and up-level trim and commercials like, you know, utes and vans. And it wouldn't be until the AP5 where Chrysler really started to respond appropriately to this new expanded market in order to remain competitive. But that will be part of the next episode in the series of Chrysler Valiants. Total production of the S Series was 10,009 units, and that was made up of 4,513 manuals and 5,496 automatics. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode on the Chrysler Valiant S Series. Please give the episode a thumbs up. If you haven't already, also hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future episodes. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.